Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a very carbonated yet nicely chilled iron brew. So welcome back to the game, and previously we were doing some building in the campaign mode. I say campaign, it is definitely the campaign, however it feels more like the standard sort of build episodes and sandbox series where you just have to build a facility. In fact, our goal is build a prison, that's what it says. So get at least 100 inmates, have a bank balance of at least 60,000 generic units of currency, which we're on 99%, and have a net positive cash flow. In this episode, what we're going to do is basically finish off the design to get to the minimum standard for prisoner habitation. So we need to go through, we need to look at our prison policies, we need to sort out this regime, we need to maybe look at programs, put patrols in. We do have paroles, 2 of, and yeah, there's that. So let's go ahead and crack on. Firstly, with security, build a CCTV monitor, place CCTV cameras throughout the facility. So we're going to do that, not before actually doing in things like filing cabinets and things like the office chair here. So that can go in like so, over to utilities and wiring, and we have lots of options. So we've got a door control system, which I'm going to put in. I'm going to place also a CCTV monitor in like so, and we're going to put a phone tap in. Door servos are going to go in. Obviously the grant is not asking us to do any of this, the door servos wise, but we are going to have to get it done at some point. So yeah, might as well do it now while we're in this menu. And then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 CCTV cameras I believe you need, and then we need to get our guards up to a total of 20, which is now done. And there we go, there is that grant completed. I can even remove these CCTV cameras and place them elsewhere, which, you know what, I might as well do. I've bought them, so I don't need to sell them. I can place one in the back there like so, and go to connections, and we're going to have in the 1, 2, 3, and then 4 door servos. We can have in the phone tap, which is going to go like this, and yep, we're all good. And then finally the CCTV like that. Okay, we do need to get some power into this thing, so I'll just run it like that. Currently at minus 2,000 cash flow, which is suboptimal to say the least. Deployment and patrols, I will get myself a doggo patrol there, so they're going to go all the way around that one. We haven't set up some deployments, so that's part of what we need to do to make sure that yeah, part what we need to do to make sure that everything is secure and such. I think we're going to go with visitor only. An area prioritised by visitors and civilians, with only them and the staff being permitted to enter this area. Setting up that would not work out. I don't know if it's broke anywhere. You can definitely set access only, which is people will try to avoid access only zones if possible, preferring to take alternate routes around the prison. Okay, don't think we need to set that up. Let's see about then putting in, I'm going to put in some flooring, and then we're going to go from there. Honestly, I do find that just concrete tiles just work quite well, so I'm gonna put that in there. We're going to go with one of my favourites, which is ceramic floor in these 2 areas, which is $6 grand. That's an expensive one. Mosaic is going to go in here. Yes. Concrete, I'm going to run in like so. Parole, we'll go with a bit of wood. Why not? We'll treat ourselves to a bit of wood flooring. I am very aware I am burning through cash doing this, by the way. Laminate flooring is going to go in here, because why not? And we'll do that. And there's a whole lot of money spent. Kitchen, we'll have white tiles in. Concrete goes in there, and like that. Going to treat ourselves to some brown carpet in the offices and in the staff room. We'll have some nice cargo floor in here, and security feels like green, because why not? So there's nearly Nearly 30 grand spent on doing that, but hey ho. I'm going to go with prison reoffending rate and track a pilot scheme, which definitely wasn't in this build when it started. Okay, this is going to be our solitary area because there's really no other purpose for this place. I think that's right. This might be too many. Might be too many solitary for this facility, and it's going to be a bit odd at one end as well. But I'm sure we will survive. Maybe not with the amount of money I've just spent, though. We'll see. Okay, so looks like flooring's all in. I do need to put the grass in, obviously. That's a future me problem. I haven't put anything in the visit reception flooring-wise. I mean, it does have a floor, but not anything designated as such, like concrete tiles. It's just the standard concrete floor that's been put in. Well, let's go with our walls then. So brick walls, and bring these down like so. Cancel that one, and that one, and that one. And this one's going to be slightly bigger because of reasons. So that's all good. And solitary. So we'll just have that all designated. It'll hopefully change as things progress on. And while we're waiting for all of that to be completed, let's go ahead and have a look at our regime. So I tend to do basically free time across the board until everything goes south. So we have that one there. That's all good. Let's see. We're going to have free time, then a bit of eat, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours of eat. So we'll have that, and then it's maybe she'll have another bit of free time either side of that one, and then it's work lockup in the middle, if I can actually find it. Work lockup 1, 2. So you've got 4 hours of work, 4 hours of work free, and then you're all good on that one. In terms of programs, we're going to go with well, I guess parole hearing we can run. It's all unscheduled. It's because there's no people in it. Actually, I'll wait until the prisoners arrive. It'll be a lot easier. Okay, so let's see then. In terms of needs, are we meeting them? I think we probably are, apart from luxuries, which is going to be met by people having contraband thrown in because we didn't have the space in order to have a distance 10 perimeter wall gap, as it were. So, yeah, we're going to have a bit of a problem with contraband on that one. Yeah, it'll be fine. And what else? Spirituality is not something that we're looking at. So this is going to be another canteen. Then we've got 2 more rooms. I think I'm pretty much limited to one of these being a shop, looking after that need of, where is it? Needs. Luxuries. We've got literature, which we're not fulfilling, and spirituality, which we're not fulfilling either. So the spirituality is an interesting one, probably the easiest to fix. So I need 3 rooms. Technically, I don't need any more rooms. I could just place prayer mats. I could place some bookshelves and let the luxuries just deal with itself. But I don't want to. I'm going to have a chapel. That's happening. And I don't necessarily need a mail room, but I think we would benefit from a library. There is a simple fix for now, which I'm going to take that simple fix. Actually, wait. Bookshelf. I could put bookshelves in the cells and not bother with a library. You know what? That's happening. That is happening. It's right next to the shower, so I don't know what the longevity of the literature will be, but it's in. But we've met that need now. that's good. This area then, I think I will crack on and build. So that goes in like so. And we're going to have in some doors. So it's double doors in there, and in there. And then I'll put the pathing in as well while I'm at it. Done them ones? Yes, I've done them ones. So I'm going to build the chapel. So there's that need met. I mean, technically, you can just go for prayer mat and just shove it in the cells. In fact, one of the more efficient ways of doing things is having 3x2 cells like this, having your shower, which we've got, having the bookshelf, which we've got. You'll also then put a prayer mat in and then a gym mat, and you're meeting not only spirituality but also exercise, and that's just in one cell. Do I do it in this particular instance? I don't think we need to. I think we do have the space. Obviously, we've still got this area and this area, which can contain probably 2 buildings either side anyway, so yeah, we shall see. Anyway, ideally, this staff-only area here, well, visitor, should I say, that area we could, ideally it would be more for chapel as well, so we don't have people coming in here, but it is what it is. Chapel, it's going to go in there. Utilities, power, electrical cable, we'll do that. So, chapel's in, well, designated. Altar, oh, there is a middle, so I'll put it there. Pews, oh, no, that's not right, that's not right at all. So I'll put it to one side. I'm going to put it to one side, and we'll have a row of pews like that, and then prayer mats on this side. And I will wooden floor in that, like so. And we'll do that. And that. And the rest of that's done, that's all good. Right, we'll just go planning, get rid of all the planning in there, we don't need it. And there we are. Removed. Remove that section, remove... see, look, planning over there, yeah. Them ones and them ones, and all of that. It's weird that there's still bits of planning around. Just part of the campaign thing, I guess. So, we have 24,000 generic units of currency. We have the chapel in. I'm going to put in a shop. I think, yeah. I think a shop is going to go in like that. Now it's a bit small, but it will do. Shop shelf. I'm going to put in like this. And shop front. Put 2 of those. And then what else do we need? Tables. Yes. Table small. I'm going to put like that. And another shop shelf. And that should be that done. Get a cheeky bit of flooring in there as well. And I'll concrete tile the front up so that people can stand at the desk there. Desks? Shop fronts. Shop fronts. So that's all good. You see all the stuff's coming in, ready to be worked on. Let's go prison labour. Only 5 people can work there, which is a shame. Just going to double check our deployment. Staff only is where it needs to be, I think. Yes. 17 grand, but it's going down by 2 grand a day. I do need more doggos. In fact, what I need to do is actually put a bit of flooring in here. So I'll put some grass in. I'll put the concrete tiles in to access that. We need to put grass all the way around this other area, which we'll do. Not now, but we will do. In the yard, I'm going to go with reclaimed rubber. A bit expensive, but it is what it is. Flower garden, we will have a flowery field. And there we go. So, Are we ready for inmates? I think we're ready for inmates, you know. Fill capacity. Let's do it. Let's get some inmates. I think we're ready for it. We need more kitchen stuff. So I'm going to put in more freezer. More better. I'm going to hire another 4 cooks. Make that. I'll have guards assigned where I think it's necessary. And yeah, let's just go down the needs list then. Needs. Bladder, bowels, sleep, all met in the cells, as is literature. Food, yes, in here. Safety, hopefully. Hygiene, that's met in the cells. Exercise, yes. Family, yes. Recreation, yes. Comfort, hopefully. And environment, same. Privacy, almost certainly. Freedom, we'll see. Clothing, never really, because it always breaks the laundry, but whatever. Spirituality, yes. Literature we talked about earlier. And luxuries, I think that's about right. That seems about right. Okay. It's been a bit of a interesting one, this, because obviously we basically went very much back to basics. So I'm just going to set up a patrol around here, like so, just so we can get dog handler there, and I want to get more dog handlers, and that's pretty much all of our money gone. Okay, yes. Yeah, like I say, it's been a very much back to basics type of thing, but we are still using some of the new rooms. Specifically, we've got Flower Garden. I think the shop was in at the time the campaign came out. Feels like it was. We certainly didn't have Capacitor Max Pluses. And I don't know what settings are on this, whether there's escapes turned on, whether events have turned on, obviously weather and temperature isn't. Can we go to map settings? You can. So, fog of war is on. I will turn that off so you can see better. No, you know what? We're keeping it on. We're going old school. Default warden, default doggo, default uniforms, and that's it. Inmates can turn criminally insane is ticked on. Ooh. Well, that's getting turned off. I'm glad I checked. Okay. So, I believe, yes, Psych Ward was the first DLC released, and I believe it was released for... It might have been released for console first. I'm not sure. Either way, that wasn't in the making of this game. Escape plans aren't on. Staff needs temperature, all that. No, it's not on. Okay. I'm glad I had a look at that one. Anyway, over to informants. We can see we have ex-law enforcement, strong, dealer, foodie, fearless, Storkle, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. So, yes, we haven't made any allowance for any protective custody or anything like that. I could make this protective custody instead of dormitory. That might be the way to go, actually. But that's a future me problem. We don't need to really focus on that one. Oh, there, look at that. I can't recall seeing that for a long time. That's the fog of war. I turn it off mainly because it's just... It gives better access, better viewing experience, I think, for all involved. But it does highlight something that has only just occurred to me, really, in that if you don't have people in there and you don't have CCTV, you don't have line of sight, so you don't know what's going on. Curious. Okay. Well, we're still on negative cash flow, which is not great. We're on 20% for inmates, though, which is good. We've got wiring here, CCTV, and we're on positive cash flow now. So, 25 grand grant completion payment. What could that have been? Surely it's not reform, right? It is. Average reoffending rate dropped to 29%. Well, that's pretty good. Okay. Inmate nutritional research is something we can pick up, so we'll do that. I'm going to serve high quantity, high variety meals, and I'm going to serve it right now. Let's go with eat lockup, like that. Let's go with programs. Foundation education program is pretty good. Fire up spiritual guidance. Strange, there's only a couple of people interested in that one. Only 3, but we'll fire that up. Flower therapy, we'll have a run at that. Animal therapy would be good. It's in a meeting room. We don't have a meeting room. Conflict resolution, that's a meeting room. 3 strikes program is in a common room, but there's only a couple of people interested. Another meeting room. What I'm reading is we would very much benefit from a meeting room, and we would very much benefit from a classroom. Okay. Parole hearing. Let me run the parole. I don't mind just spamming it because basically it's free. If you look at the big list. So spiritual guidance says, you know, how long they're there for, how many, you know, generic currency per session, so 250 in this particular instance. Parole hearing, free. Completely free. Church doesn't charge. So we've got that going for us, which is nice. Looks like that person, Logan Booth, has been scanned and they're now getting searched by Tired. Finlayson. And there's a mobile phone by the look of it. So if we go to dangers, nothing. See stuff being brought around. Nothing in informants. Oh, that's what I was looking for. About stuff being arranged. So mobile phones arranged 2.3 hours ago. There you go. Okay. Grants-wise, I'll get Tracker Pilot Scheme because I'll actually retain some screen real estate back from the game. Okay, over to wiring, and I want a tracker monitor, which is going to go in there. I want a health monitor, which is going to go in here. I want a router, which is just going to go in there as well. We want in a box. Where is it? Medical box. There you go. And we need to wire up a couple of these things as well. Actually, we probably don't. Tracking. Let's go with... Yeah, we need doctor, health monitor, medical box, tracking monitor, and router. So it's going to be utilities, wiring, connections, and wire up the router. And that requires electricity, so I'm going to have to run in that as well. So there we go. That should give me access to the menu. Hopefully. Just that one bit remaining. That's in. And tracker. There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Don't really care who we're assigning it to. It's just for the case. It's just for the sake of grants. 1 person's on. 2 people are on. 3rd one's on. And remove them, please. So I'll wait until they're removed before I alter it up. We can see that it's actually working. So tracker's definitely not in the game when this this campaign was released, because that's the Future Tech DLC, which is many years down the line. But you can still run it. Still running the new stuff. Sell. Let's see about the rest of it. There's lots of stuff we can sell here. Make a bit of money back. Weapons racks and such. Where's the rest of it? Medical box. Sell all of that. Don't need any of that. I'm going to keep the CCTV cameras because we will be using them. Bleach I might as well dump, because we're never going to be using that. At least that's my idea anyway. And we actually make some money off it because we've got recycling bags. So that's nice. Alright. So we're going to finish off with... I think we're just going to finish off with this inmate nutritional research. We will do that. But I think we can do some cloning. Click. So we'll get that run while they're working on that one. Let's have a look. Deployment. Patrols. Keep saying paroles. And it's this. Where we have a doggo. We also have one in the middle, but I'm not going to do that just yet. So that's fine. So serve 3 high variety, high quantity meals for 2 days. We're on 58% of that one. And people getting caught with a mobile phone around here, don't they? Yeah. Look at all that. Thrown in. All thrown in. Wow. People really want mobile phones. How many mobile phones is on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mobile phones. Okay. And most of it's been thrown in. So one's actually been thrown in there. Fair enough. So danger level is low and going up. 4 prisoners have been unnecessarily searched recently. That's their opinion. But obviously we're going to get more intake as well as we build around here. And that's going to increase our money, which obviously is going to increase our daily cash flow, which is currently not a great rate. Is that another mobile phone we've just searched for? Mobile phone? Yeah, another mobile phone. Who would have thunk it? Yeah. Okay. So, how many grants are we on? We're only on 2. I'm not going to pick up another one because, you know what, I think I am going to call it there for now, for this episode. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. I thought we had 3 grants because of this one, build a prison, but it's not a grant, it's just the goal. So, build a prison. At least 100 inmates, or 19%. Bank balance of at least 60,000 generic units of currency. We're on 69%. And net positive cash flow. 0%. We will get that, obviously. It'll be fine. It's just going to be a matter of time, which we are chewing through at this stage. I very much like them to finish this thing off, but they are not. And I can't really prioritise it. Actually, I can prioritise it, which I will do, so at least they can gain access to it. Wiring, door servo, we're now in. Utilities, electrical cable. We're in. Another mobile phone being detected, because of course it has been. At least you know the scanners are doing the thing. There we go. Right, so inmate nutritional research. Serve a single low quantity, low variety meal. So that is free time. And then we'll work on that one. So that's been a bit of Prison Architect, the campaign. Obviously, we've still got several episodes to go. I think in the next episode, I'll probably start thinking about... Oh, there's an OD. Has someone gone and grabbed them? Yeah, there is a guard going in there. Yeah, I think we will go ahead and maybe build the other canteen. We've also got, obviously, these rooms as well, which I don't know what they're going to be. We definitely want a classroom. I think a meeting room would also be very good. At minimum, those 2 is what we're aiming for, and that's probably what we'll do next episode. But for now, we have decent money, decent cash flow, and things are so far working okay. I also eventually maybe want to put a wall around the outside, although, to be fair, when we check the map settings, escapes weren't turned on. What do you think about that one? Do you think we should turn that on? Should we put events on? I'd like to know what you think. I'm tempted to leave it old school and classic and just keep things as they are. But then, to be fair, there was inmates can turn criminally insane was turned on for some strange reason. But there you go. Either way, that's been a bit of Prison Architect. We've obviously got more inmates here. They're coming in now. We'll have to check out those inmates, see what they're like, and see how we get on. But as always, hope you have enjoyed it, and comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.